just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things, about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, the Hey Poopy Podcast with Dave and Ellen.
Hey, everybody.
All right, one more time.
We are here. To all your listeners out there, it's the end of January. For me and Dave, this is the third episode we've done in 24 hours. So we're a little sweepy.
Yeah. We're not as crisp as we normally are.
But this is the Hey Poopy Podcast with
Dave
and Ellen. And this is episode 53, but it'll always be number 2 to us.
Number 2.
Favorite number.
Our favorite number.
And we have a very, very special guest today, Andrew.
From Pooper's Guide.
From Pooper's Guide.
Thanks for being on.
My
which
pleasure.
you're going to learn all about Pooper's Guide momentarily. But before we find out who Andrew is, we find out what his do.
Thank you. I'm so happy to tell you about my duty.
Yes. Tell us, how have your poops been recently?
Phenomenal. Absolutely outstanding. Just clean execution. They come right out. Easy breezy. Last less than a minute. And just
See, this is you're a great guest because that is the way to go.
Yeah. You just
it's like you are the gold standard.
Well, we did
I'm
have one
blushing.
guest that shit themselves the night before they came on. That was also a great story. So
Different kind of awesomeness. But
Absolutely.
I liked that there's no hesitation in that. It was like 4. You're like, I don't even need this damn sheet. What is this?
because you got to work hard for the 4.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym. You have to really exercise.
You got to work at it.
well, you have to exercise your diet, water intake,
Correct.
fiber.
Water,
Yeah.
it's amazing like how much people underestimate water.
I actually, this is not poop related. I follow someone who lost 195 pounds
God.
in 1 year, and he mostly credits just drinking water.
Wow.
Heavy dosages of water.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It really.
That can
Well,
help.
the thing that's
Helps
great
your
about
body.
water too is like, and besides like obviously keeping us alive, it's just like sometimes if I'm feeling like I want a snack, I'll just have a glass of water. It fills me right up. I'm like, what? I guess I wasn't that hungry.
Yeah.
It's like a nice
I
little.
didn't learn
sort
that
of
trick
like,
until I was late in my 20s.
Oh,
that
yes.
Sometimes you can trick yourself into
Yeah.
being hungry.
You drink 32 ounces of this thing right here, you're like full.
But then you got to pee a lot.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Also, I saw a meme recently that was said, when I was a kid, I thought an adult drink was coffee and beer and wine. And then I realized when I'm an adult, the adult drink is actually water.
Hell yeah.
Water intake is so important.
It's
is.
amazing.
Yeah,
So
You have great skin, by the way. I think you probably drink plenty of water.
I do.
Yeah.
She drinks like a lot of
It's
fucking
glowing.
water.
So.
To the point where I am bladder training because I have overactive bladder from all the water I
Oh yeah,
drink.
Ellen will pee during this.
Oh yeah,
episode.
it'll be guaranteed.
If it's pretty much odds on that she'll be pissing. Like, we'll be taking a break. Just giving you a heads up because
Very
she
good.
will be peeing.
I also came from a Pilates class, so I might be glowing from the sweat. The sweat I was
Either
making.
whatever, man. Whatever
I was
works.
getting my hundreds on.
Oh, your hundreds, yes.
Boop, 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 boop.
Nice.
How's you?
Ladies first. How's your poops been?
My excuse me. My poops have been wonderful. I had a Bristol 3.5, 4 this morning. It was long. I would say like 8 inches. Not as thick as I would like it. It was like,
Ellen always has like these ridiculous, like huge dumps.
I think it was like this in thickness, like an inch in diameter. I
Okay.
prefer it like that, like
my
a
God.
2-inch in diameter. But it was like a 1-inch diameter, 8 inches long, with a couple cracks in it, but all one long,
Nice.
solid. Yeah.
They go on the
Beautiful.
back of the porcelain out of the.
No, it went
water.
right into the hole.
Right into the hole.
Where like, so that's why I'm like guessing 8 inches. I was like trying to do this with my fingers, but there was some of it I couldn't see because it was like hiding.
You didn't pull a messy Nessie as we
I didn't.
as our new term from the great Ryan Keeley.
Yeah. Well, there's the Nessie. If you make a turd like I did and it pokes out of the water,
Okay.
we're now going to call it the Nessie.
Love
But
that.
if you make like a pile of turds where it's like an iceberg, well, I'm going to call it the messy Nessie, where it still crowns out of the water, but it's a big fat mess. So you're welcome,
I love
everybody.
Her. I love her so much. That was the best like new part of our show lexicon.
Yeah, it is in there. We're going to be hashtagging
oh my God,
that shit.
It's so good.
And Dave, how are your poopies been?
I've been fine. Again, I'm kind of like in the once a day realm, which is foreign to me. So I'm not like, usually I'm like right out of bed in the morning, bam, bathroom. But
Did you go today?
I have not gone today.
No.
I have not gone today, which
It's
is
4 in the afternoon.
I know it'll probably happen like at night.
Wow.
I'm gonna go for a run after this, and so that'll definitely.
Oh yeah.
That would
I'll
loosen you
definitely
right
go
up.
like right after, like for sure.
I was having super constipated issues after Thanksgiving, and I blame it on the gluten-free stuffing I ate for 3 days in a row. But it was like lasting for a month long, and I was like just Googling like what can I do for constipation, and besides drinking a lot of water, which I already do, it said exercise. Cardio is so good to get the gut moving.
Sure.
So your
Yes.
run is going to move
time.
that.
Is there a
Like-
daily probiotic use here in this group?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
I do.
Oh,
I
I'm
had a
on-
feeling since you're it's 4.
Yeah. It's weird. Like I go through this. I mean, to be honest, I usually take like my Pure for Men, which is like a fiber supplement.
Nice.
And I've been just kind of off of it. I haven't really been taking it. It's
Oh,
weird. I just keep forgetting about it. I'm like, I got to get back in my little regimen. When I was taking it was great.
I have like that the grandparents day of the week supplement packs, but I do have 2 of them, one for day, one for night, because I
Beautiful.
take so many supplements. And in the morning I do my Pure for Men, my fiber, but I literally put them aside because I take all my supplements with my coffee in the morning, and then I get up, put my dishes down in the sink, and take my Pure for Men with 2 big glasses of
Yeah.
water afterwards.
That's the key. You got to drink a lot of water.
I
with
just
it.
chug 2 glasses of water, and then for the next hour I'm peeing like 3 times.
Yeah.
But at least I've like lubricated that
Yeah.
Pure for Men. And then I'm drinking at least one of these, which is 40 ounces
Yeah, that's a
of
good
water.
size right there. That's
for the
nice.
rest of the day, and probably more.
Yeah. So I mean, I have to get back in my little supplement regimen.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good for a while, but now I'm like, oh.
And then at night I've been doing the flax oil.
Well, it seems like the flax
Amazing.
oil is working for you.
Yeah, it's like a water park slide. It's just lubing that
Action
shit
park.
up. Yeah.
Great
Woo!
adventure.
I'll have to look into that. I'm
Yeah.
a papaya enzyme.
Yeah,
fan, which
that's really good.
Yeah, I made a note of that. I'm going to be checking
Yeah.
that out as well. So.
I've been
I'm
eating
really
I've been
pushing
eating
it.
papaya just as itself, and hoping
I love
I'm
it in
getting
my
the
salad.
outside. Ooh,
with like
I've
mango
never
sometimes,
had
a little mix
papaya.
of mango,
Ooh.
papaya, like
Yeah, I
just
don't
a
think I've
little
ever
tiny
bought
bit.
actual chunks or cubes of papaya. I don't think
Pretty
that's
good.
something I've ever
Oh,
really.
I love it's got to
tasty.
be like really ripe. If it's not, then
Oh,
it
yeah.
almost is funky.
I don't.
Okay.
That's why I don't really buy it too often, but usually like if it's offered, I'm like, please.
No one's ever offered me
Yeah.
papaya. I've never been
Oh.
in a situation where like, would you like some?
My friend is
Papaya?
Indonesian. So I feel like she's got a lot of papaya.
Oh, I see.
Like
Okay.
around.
I love papaya.
But it's both mango salad as well. which is
Yeah.
really good.
Mango's great.
Like,
I'm a big
perfect.
dates guy.
Oh.
I eat maybe about 5 to 10 dates a day.
Really?
That's great.
I really have
Huh.
a sweet tooth for dates. Yeah.
I used to make brownies, but instead of using sugar, I'd use dates,
Ooh,
and it's so good. Like I mean, it doesn't rise as much, but that said, it's delicious, and it's just as sweet.
And
It's
knowing that the sugar is cut out is really
Oh, yeah.
it just juices you up. Like I
And you
make
feel
my,
like,
my
yeah.
overnight oats with bananas and dates.
Oh.
So it's a real
All right, I'm gonna get
heavy
this
in
date thing.
fiber.
Do you buy them pitless, or you just go with the?
I
whole?
buy pitted.
Okay, pitted. Yeah.
I buy
Ooh.
organic pitted. I
Nice.
think it's
it's
I
a
feel a little better.
challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, this is one less hurdle you got to get through with those things. So.
What I'm not crazy about is the insides. The seeds look like little baby roaches sometimes. So it was a little disturbing the first couple weeks I was doing it, but I really
Okay.
just
Well,
You
I
have to
might
give me that
add it to
recipe
my-
with the date brownies. That
Yeah, I gotta
sounds
find
delish.
this. I haven't made it in a while. If I can remember, I think it called for graham cracker as like the flour.
oh, this is
Like
really
you
out.
grind it
Okay.
up, and you could probably find a gluten-free graham cracker one. But
yeah.
I think you just grind up the and use that as the flour.
Oh, that's crazy.
So they don't really rise. They're not like
Yeah.
it's like
They're more dense.
they're a little thick. They're a little thinner, but they taste great.
Mm.
And it's like the only other thing was like folding in the dates is a little tricky because you got to like getting those all cut up really like evenly. But other than that, I'll find the recipe and give it to you.
I feel like the older we get, the more like how sexy fiber, a good night's sleep,
so good.
proper ounces of water, like all this stuff is like, ooh, how have your poops been? How's your fiber intake? Let's check on your like. It's not about like what club you went to last night. It's about, hey, are you making proper bowel movements?
I just in my part of my life right now, I just like feeling good,
yeah.
and it just every once in a while you might go out and do a little get crazy, but I just can't. I can't physically do that shit anymore.
No.
I need to like just be like I get in my routine. I like to just feel comfortable. Like I hate waking up where you're like, what the fuck did I do
Right.
I had
last night?
9
it's the
hours.
worst feeling.
I had 9 hours of sleep last night.
It's amazing.
And I when I woke up, I was like, I feel so good.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's so good. Sometimes I go to bed and I'll count, just like, oh, how many hours am I gonna get? And it's just so relaxing to know I'm looking almost double digits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right there, I'm just like, wow, I'm gonna have a
a
good,
good night's sleep
day
is
tomorrow.
like, it's just, oh my God, it's just my favorite things in the
Yeah.
world. So yeah,
And being
I mean-
hungover, overrated.
Yeah.
completely
Not-
overrated.
Not fun whatsoever. I'm 34 now. I love waking up clean and happy,
Yeah.
and when the sun's just coming up.
I am 47 and I got so drunk on New Year's.
Oh.
I haven't been drunk in, I mean, it was a miracle I wasn't hungover. I mean, as soon as I got home, I was like, okay, what's my regimen here? I was pounding water. I took Alka-Seltzer, activated charcoal pills.
I actually saw that when I walked in. That's good. right there, yeah.
And I took a bunch of Advil.
Oh.
And then I just woke up fine.
You really got ahead of this.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I mean, I was just like, I rode my bike to the venue. I just remember being like,
Sweating
what?
it out.
Oh, it was insane. I'm like, what am I doing right now? I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah. No, you are. And sometimes
It's just-
you don't realize. Sometimes I let loose a little too much every now and then.
Yeah.
And
Look.
then I wake up in the morning and what
It's
did
just
I
it just
do?
ruins your whole day.
Yeah.
You have a bunch of plans, things you wanted to get done. None of that shit gets done.
Yeah.
And the sympathy, no one's
No.
sympathetic.
No. No one cares. Oh, you partied too much?
Yeah.
I feel so bad for you. Poor baby.
I remember in my early 20s, I only drank beer. Then I gained a lot of weight really
Sure.
quickly. And so I was like, I got to cut this shit out. So I got onto the tequila thing. And I
Tequila's
remember
great.
in my late 20s, I actually thought I couldn't make a proper shit unless I drank enough tequila the night before. Yeah. That's how
I love how
bad.
you talked yourself into that. Well, I need this to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. It's like, obviously, six cups of tequila is
Yeah.
going to keep the bowels moving.
This is for my health.
Yeah.
Right? You need this body.
Oh my God.
This was 15 plus years ago, and now I'm like, wait, no, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want fiber and water.
My
and-
saving grace in my 20s was I was working so much at this post-production house. And that's what my day job is, quote unquote. I do a lot of motion graphic stuff and design.
very cool.
So literally I'd be I'm working on these just at work for 15, 16 hours a day. So I mean, I was a lot younger. I could go out after work and then bounce back the next morning, but I just didn't have the time to party so much.
Yeah.
It was kind of nuts. But thank God. Oh my God, I think I'd be dead. So, whatever. But this is not a show about partying.
No, it's poop.
It turned
About
quickly,
poop.
if I may.
It did, yeah, it could.
Yeah.
But
It's
and-
about party poopers.
it's about party poopers for sure. So
I'm
Andy,
actually a huge party pooper. That's the last thing I'll say on that. I love staying home.
you're
now.
like, wah, wah. Well,
As long as you're not a literal party pooper.
yeah.
I haven't done that in some time.
Oh.
I was a Marshall's pooper, actually.
Oh.
Marshall's pooper.
Yeah, I had a weird thing growing up when I pooped my pants twice at Marshall's.
Oh.
Really?
When I was in kindergarten, yeah. I don't know if it was a scent, but I remember
Something about
it was one of my
Marshalls.
first real bad memories.
Well, he could tell you I am a retail chain store pooper. I haven't done it in my pants,
Okay.
but if I enter a Target, Staples, Home Depot, the minute I enter, I have to beeline straight to the bathroom and take a shit.
I've gotten texts.
Wegmans. Oh, yeah.
You get updates.
I'm at Target in the bathroom. Thanks.
I just blew up the Target bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened.
This is true. You're a box store pooper.
Yeah, so
Box
maybe
store
you had
pooper.
the same thing. There was
Maybe.
somebody else we talked to who had the same
Yeah,
thing.
I can't
There's
remember
there's chain retail stores.
See,
It might
I
be
think
a
there's a
scent.
scent they put through the vents.
Yeah,
that,
'cause my
I like
first
that
real
scent
memory
in my
is
bathroom.
being in kindergarten, wearing shorts, walking with my mom. I was really young, and out of nowhere, I literally just shit my pants,
Oh my
and
God.
it fell onto the floor.
Oh my God.
But I don't remember ever thinking because I could go to the bathroom
Yeah.
in kindergarten. I don't remember the thought process of being like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I remember
You're like,
just
"Now
being
seems like a good time."
shocked that it happened so quickly. And I always chalked it up to, and it happened again a few months later. I remember.
I bet there is, looking at it,
Probably, yeah.
I heard that they spray a lot of things like clothing and stuff for that they ship all over the world, spray it down with and pesticides and insecticides, because if there's a ton of stuff sitting inside a huge freight ship, they don't want rodents and bugs eating the stuff, and like,
Interesting.
so I bet that stuff. I wouldn't doubt it.
I never connected those dots before.
Yeah.
but that makes
I mean, when you go to Vegas, like same thing. Like there's no windows.
Yeah.
Like there's like they purposely don't have any clocks in there.
Yeah, but I'm always constipated.
And I'm sure
in
they're
Vegas.
always like pumping something because like most of those hotels now you still can smoke in, so they probably do something with like the
filtration of the air.
So I mean, I wouldn't put like marshals, of course. Why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
Like they're probably like, we got these people in here.
Yeah.
But there's like, I'm just imagining the meeting. They're like, look, the only thing about this scent is it makes kids under a certain age shit their pants.
or adults at my age.
Yeah, or
not shit my
or
pants,
Ellen.
but beeline
Ellen.
straight
It's
to the
either
bathroom.
these children or this woman. That's it.
What is that saying about me?
It's like a CCTV video of Andrew just like when he's a kid. It's like, see, Exhibit A, and he came back again. It happened again.
Right? Should we fix it? No,
Yeah.
keep the scent. Keep the scent.
It's gonna cost.
He bought new shorts.
Exactly,
It's
it's,
like
gonna
that.
cost him. Exactly, he's gonna buy new clothes anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that's what they do it.
You
to
shit your
sell
pants and
clothing.
then- Yeah, we should make a post. See what other kindergartners shit their pants in box stores.
Yeah, because we had our one guest on, Rose, who works at a store, and she said in the changing room, this guy went in, he bought pants, and like literally left his shitty pants in the changing room because he shit himself. So yeah, maybe they're doing it on
This
purpose.
is more widespread than just the stable. Then.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a conspiracy that
This-
we didn't.
we're
We're
onto
learning
something.
after
Knew existed.
53 episodes. We're learning like what is really going on.
Right.
Like
So
how
that-
in old folks' homes they put fiber in their food to keep them regular. But if you're like a younger person who's pretty regular, you eat the food at an old folks' home, you might shit yourself.
Oh, of course, your body's not ready for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Ellen's boyfriend did that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he
used to work
did.
at- yeah.
He worked at an old folks' home and totally shit himself.
Ate too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "This is free food." Whoop whoop.
Right.
And then he's
It's
like,
fiber
"Nope.
fiber implosion right there.
Fiber fiesta."
Oh my god.
The cook's like, it comes at a price.
Yes. Yeah. There's someone in the back going, I wouldn't eat that if I were you. You're like, what?
Are you under 65? Don't touch the
Yeah.
food.
Your
Unless
guts are
you have
gonna-
a diaper on.
You're gonna explode literally. Wow. So out the gate, you had two poopy pants stories, which is
Woo!
great. I
Yeah.
always love hearing.
Came in hot today.
Since
Yeah,
we-
you did.
Since we know about that, like, tell us some more about
Yeah,
yourself. Like,
Andrew.
what's your deal?
What is my deal? 34. Started Poopers Guy when I was in college back in
Oh.
2007.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It was a passion project. Loved it. Used to come up to New York, and so I went to school in University of Rhode Island.
Okay.
I was trying out for the NYPD, and they had like out of state cadet training where you'd come up for a prolonged period to
Oh.
just do sort of things that the NYPD required you to
Right.
do to be part of the force.
Okay.
And so I would stay with my cousins in the Upper West Side, and I would always walk to where I had to go. And I'd be like, why is there no bathroom guide? I'm walking such great distances from Upper West Side to Lower East Side or something. I'm like, I have to just guess at where I'm supposed to be going. So, and Zagat was huge back then. Zagat was like the Bible of where
Yeah.
you should be doing things. So I said, I'm going to make the Zagat of bathrooms.
Yeah.
And so I
I
wrote
mean,
like a-
it's first of all, real quick to cut you off,
Yeah,
but
please.
genius idea.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because I've always had the same thought. You're like, I would be so great to know, like, where is a fucking bathroom around here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a service. It's I try to do it classy. I don't. I get followed by a lot of bathroom Instagram accounts and such.
I'm sure.
But they don't do it a certain. I like to think I'm classy about it.
Yeah.
I'm not posting pictures of
Yeah, no, but
poop
you're-
and like I'm trying to make it a educational
It's an actual,
service.
what's it? A service that's like actually very practical.
Exactly.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
you got to go in the city. I'd love to know where to go.
Yeah, no, it's great, and I rate everyone I go to. Accessibility, amenities, size, comfort, cleanliness.
Brilliant.
That's genius.
So
Yeah.
you know what you're getting, and it's all low to no cost. So coffee shops, grocery stores, a simple place like Apple, all the Apple stores.
Oh, I
So
didn't know they had toilets.
Yeah, sometimes like the one in
Wow.
Williamsburg is really hidden well.
That's
It's
good to know.
Basically a wood wall along the back, and then if you look closely, you'll see the outline of the door with a little metal handle. You're like, oh, wonder where that goes.
Oh.
That's
So-
sneaky, Apple.
Yeah, so it's like
sneaky.
they
Well, yeah,
have
because
one,
places like Starbucks got in trouble a couple of years ago,
Yes.
and now they have to let everybody use their toilets. But I wonder if like other corporations like Apple are like, we have to have a public bathroom, but we're just not going to advertise it.
I mean, it's a
Probably.
great move.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, I get it, but yeah,
Like
they're-
legally, they have to be able to.
I'm sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's very interesting though. Which places like stores can allow you, don't allow you, and it's so interesting. My favorite thing is going to a store with no public restroom, say a grocery store or something, and hearing what like the clerks or workers recommend to you, just to like get the insider like vibe of the neighborhood. Excuse me, where's the bathroom that you would recommend? You learn a lot from just like talking to other stores. And then where they send you, and it's interesting.
I mean, it's a great project, but just almost like an awesome sociological experiment.
Oh, totally.
Kind of like, to see like where people go, like especially in a big city like this,
right?
Because it's like even everything's like within walking distance, but it's like you feel so isolated when you're just like I have to go. So the second you gotta take a shit or have been pissed,
oh please,
and you're like, where? I mean, it's panic time.
I think going pee is far, far worse of a feeling than having to go poop. At least the poop, I feel like I can hold off a little bit and I feel it coming on a little bit. But the pee, it's almost, it's like you
no. But sometimes you get the Bristol 7 and it's like whoop.
That is correct. I remember once
it's a do or die right
walking
now.
in East Village. I was walking. It was snowing out. I was with my old roommate. And I remember walking, I said, oh my God. I said, I have to go right now. I said, I'm literally going to have to take my pants off and go in this corner. I could not hold it. It was bad.
So you chose the floor.
No, I held it in. I went to I went to the Bean on 2nd Ave.
Oh.
But I was not confident I could make it there.
That's like my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I also think if you're an Apple store, that's one thing. They're not like serving food or drink there. But if you serve food and drink and do not have a bathroom accessible to your customers, that's just rude.
It's draconian.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It's very frustrating when you can see like there's a new coffee shop in Williamsburg, Hungry Ghost. You can see the bathroom for staff only. But it's because it's a smaller coffee shop, smaller than your living room. But like they serve food, they serve coffee, they ask you and encourage you to stay and drink, and they have Wi-Fi, so they know you want to work on your computer, but they don't offer you any place to go. So it's like, why do I want to give you my money? Because I guarantee once 100%. I get this coffee in me, I'm going to need to go pee or poop.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need to find a place. I'm going to have to pack up, shuffle on down somewhere else.
Take a shit somewhere else.
No, that should be like a law.
That's annoying as hell too.
It really is annoying as hell.
I'm like, really?
And also no Wi-Fi after you already buy everything. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have Wi-Fi here. That also drives me crazy. That's a different podcast.
Yeah.
Completely. But that is, but I mean, like, so how long did it, like, you started in 2007, you said?
Correct. Yeah, it hasn't been consistent. So I started in 2007. I wrote a 26-page book.
Whoa.
This is before really the advent of like self-publishing, everything. I did this. I think this was my BlackBerry with the ball scroller.
Oh yeah,
before the touch.
I used to love the BlackBerry, man. It was a great phone. I loved it.
You're a few years older.
Tactile.
So, but like I was in college when it came out.
Yeah, I love that thing.
And I was like, this is really adult. It was really cool.
It was a fantastic phone.
And when online dating came out, I remember going on like OkCupid.com, my BlackBerry, checking messages at like CVS and be like, damn, I'm good. But it was good. I really enjoyed.
So what was the 26-page book? It was just about a list of bathrooms?
So basically I focused, it was called Pooper's Guide to Times Square, where poop goes to poop, and I basically just highlighted Times Square, and I found maybe about, I think, 32 bathrooms that I really liked, and I took pictures, and I wrote funny reviews and descriptions about them. I remember drawing my own poop log in Microsoft Word, because I gave them a poop log rating, and so it was 4.5, and the half of poop was really hard to write and make, but it was really fun, and
it was awesome.
I had a map, and it was very archaic, and very just like thrown together because Google Maps, but it was like 2007 Google Maps, so it wasn't very attractive.
Yeah,
but still though,
it was fun. I talked about how to say poop in other languages, and I referenced Jurassic Park. When you gotta go, you gotta go. When you got eaten by the T-Rex, that was like, I mean, that's
good stuff.
That's great right there.
But it's like, I always think like the more simple the idea, the better, because it's like something that. It's so useful.
Yeah.
Insanely useful.
It really is useful. I mean, it's just the fact that like everybody goes to the bathroom.
Yeah. No, it's...
But in a lot of cities, like I was in Tokyo 2 years ago, there's a public bathroom in every subway, and it's so clean you could eat off the ground.
Which is
like,
amazing.
Gorgeous. We have discovered there are a couple public bathrooms in some subways throughout the city. You don't want to go in them.
Yeah. No, they're pretty, pretty
so
terrible.
It's nice to know that they're there in case of an emergency, but terrifying.
Well, I mean, it's nice for us because we Dave and I, we can stand.
Yeah.
And I mean, for women, I I feel bad because it's what kind of conditions are you getting, and are you getting men who just can't wait for the men's room, so they go into your room? Because once you reach a certain point of desperation and just I don't care anymore, then you go
but
really
even
anywhere.
Starbucks bathrooms are like that.
Horrendous.
I've been in ones where I'm like, it's just people
it's like a
coming in here
murder
and
scene.
peeing all over the floor and throwing paper and seeing where it sticks.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never understood the throwing paper because it's literally sprawled all over Starbucks.
Yeah.
It's like every time you go into a Starbucks, there must be an unwritten rule. You have to grab toilet paper and
Someone's
chuck
like,
it.
excuse me, did you throw your shit around with some, like, no, you better get back in there and take care of that.
what did
because-
I used to call when you'd ball up a piece of toilet paper, get it wet, and throw it on the ceiling? There was like a term for that.
What? No.
No, it was called something like
I know
that.
what you're talking
and then
about.
you'd wait for it
Yeah.
to dry and fall on
Yeah.
people.
I forgot what
Like,
that's
I feel
called.
like that's the entire Starbucks bathroom.
Yeah, they're nasty.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they haven't embraced really where we are. Like Times Square, for example, has really like McDonald's has security guards now that don't allow you to go past the counter. They won't even let you go into the dining room without showing proof of receipts.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it's really like Times Square has really changed from 2007 when I went to now. The landscape of bathrooms
Okay,
is
so imagine
remarkable.
2007, 1996 when I moved here. They're probably like, first of all, I don't think McDonald's is even in Times Square just yet. Or maybe just barely.
Might have had a
But,
Wendy's.
yeah, but I mean, it's just like, it's just crazy the amount of savagery that happens in public bathrooms. People,
Yeah.
I think the mentality is like, well, I don't
Not
got to
mine.
deal with it. It's not my
Yeah.
place.
And Dave and I have talked about porta potties in parks in New York City and how they
Horrific.
don't even think about cleaning them.
It's easier to just go in the woods at
Yeah.
some point because
Yeah.
first of all, it's pitch black in there. It smells
It's-
like chemicals and scents to make you feel like you're.
In the summer,
I don't know.
in Prospect Park, the porta potty situation is just, it's out of hand.
Yeah.
Like we were doing
It's
this.
disgusting.
Now, those open 24/7, or is there someone going around every night locking them?
No,
Oh,
I don't
no,
know.
they're open.
I
They're
think they're
open.
24/7.
Like
yeah.
there's been so many times like
I opened one once and the shit was coming out of the bowl.
yeah, that's I mean like
that's how full it was.
I'm in Prospect Park at least 3 times a week, and with my running group, and there's been times where like, okay, I got to peel off, I got to take a piss.
Sure.
I clearly remember opening one of this one porta potty where it used to live. It's no longer there, but I opened it just like summer, like August, like just ripe. I opened the door. It's like it must be like I don't know 7:30 in the morning or something. I opened the door and there's just humongous petrified shit sitting on the just the rim of the. And I'm like, really? Like that's just so. Why would you do that on purpose? Like, who does that?
If I may, I've never seen a good poop at a porta potty. Whenever you look down, you see down when you're using it's always the
nightmare.
most nightmarish, worst poop you've ever seen. It's not like it's not like a number 4. You never
No.
see a number 4. You always see looks like gravy kind of
Yeah,
thing.
well, this was a number 4, but on the fucking just top of the toilet.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, really? Like, I'm like, that's much of an asshole. You had to do that. Like, I mean, so now
they
I'm
were
like,
hovering so high, just hoping it would land in the right place.
there's like, and there's those porta potties I've talked about on the show before. I mean, it was disgusting, but it was kind of funny, but it was more disgusting and just evil. Those porta potties that have they have a little stand-up urinal. So you walk in, like there's a little tiny like urinal funnel. I just look over and someone took a shit in that.
It's like anywhere
And
they
I'm like,
can.
really, man? Like you couldn't like just. I'm like, all right.
The question is, if they ever put the porta potties there, where would they be going? It's almost like,
In
are
the
they
woods.
inviting this to them, or are they trying to consolidate the wood pooping to one spot?
There's a lot of public pooping in the park.
Is there?
Especially in Central Park too, like running, like a lot of like people taking shits in the park.
That's fascinating.
I mean, it's just you gotta go. I mean, running really stirs up the
juices,
stirs the pot.
But then it makes you like we did a whole thing on San Francisco is having a huge public poop problem,
Okay.
and it's like then why don't these cities have places? But then we have Poopers Guide.
Now you have
who-
Poopers. I
yeah.
have 135
wow.
locations marked on Google Maps, free of charge. All
incredible.
low to no cost, covering Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan.
What's a low cost? Like, what does that mean?
So maybe like a coffee shop. So
so you have to
you gotta
buy a
buy
coffee.
something.
buy
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah. So
You don't have to pay to use the toilet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, my big thing is I would like low bar for entry. I don't like. I can't say Smith and Wesson. Hey, let's go to Smith and Like they might have a great bathroom,
Right.
but I wouldn't know because that's outside of what I would want
Gotcha.
my users to use. I want them to be able to feel.
and no
easy.
one's just walking in there being like,
And you're
"Where's your
only,
bathroom?"
and
Yeah.
you've gone to bathrooms that are just horror movies.
Oh, I've been
And
to, yeah.
you don't put them on Pooper's Guide.
No, I don't put them on poop. So if you see, I only offer useful things. I don't offer
Bad.
places that would confuse you to be like, oh, you marked on your map. Oh, it says don't avoid. It says avoid or
Yeah.
something. I only list good, proper places.
See
to
that? I
use.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
I would love to like have an other guide of like ones to stay away from,
Sure.
and then a guy of like 5-star.
I feel like that's almost like
shitters.
a project. Like it's like some kind of like almost an art project.
No, but if you came across one, then you just mark off on the map, do not go here, you know?
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
Skeletons and crossbones.
Yeah.
But you should know by 2020 that you should avoid all transit stations and all of
Although
those
I do.
things.
There was the New York Times did an article. We did a story on this on our show about public bathrooms. So 2 reporters, a woman and a man, went out and went to like a bunch of different places, like really big populated stations too.
Okay.
And yeah, most of them were pretty nasty. A couple of them were like, I can't remember which one, but I want to say it went from Harlem maybe, or maybe even the Bronx. There was one that was actually, they were like shocked at like how
Clean
it was for, because you just automatically think MTA bathroom, there's no way it's going to be good.
Right, yeah.
So, but yeah, and of course there was one story that they went in there and they said there was a huge radiator next to the toilet. I believe it was in the women's bathroom. And the guy was like, to the woman that was reporting was like, there was a huge, like what looked like a flame out or some kind of like burn mark like on the wall. They're like, what the hell? And one guy was like, the station attendant was like, oh yeah, someone put their container of Chinese food between the radiator and the wall and forgot it, and it just caught on fire. And then and so the guy's like, yeah, so now we don't let people take food into the bathroom.
Insane.
But the mark was still there, and I'm like, so that's how hot this radiator is. Like someone's like, you know what?
Food
I just
on
put my
fire.
little food over here, just like little warm up a little
I
bit.
put my towel on there.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like insane. But again, this points out like how fucked up people are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
And just like, hey, this sounds like a good idea.
Right?
When it's talking about me pooping at chain retail stores, there are 2 off the top of my head that have public bathrooms to them.
Please.
One, Bed Bath & Beyond on 6th Avenue.
Sure.
Which is not it's not like this beautiful, gorgeous bathroom, but there's a bathroom attendant making sure it stays clean the whole time.
Which is all you can really ask for.
And
Yeah.
it's literally, you can walk into Bed Bath & Beyond and it's right there. Like you don't have to go to the way back
Right
of the
next to the
store.
customer service desk.
Exactly. It's such a great bathroom if you're in that area. But then IKEA, their bathroom when you first walk in, and I've complained about this on numerous times, is the pure hellhole.
You're talking IKEA in Red Hook or
Yes.
IKEA on... Okay.
IKEA in Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, I know there's new ones in Manhattan.
Yeah, I think they're small. I haven't been-
They're like
yeah.
tiny ones.
Yeah.
But the one in Brooklyn is literally like pure hell. People are it's like the
war
Starbucks
zone.
bathroom. They're just
fascinating.
throwing things, trying to flush maxi pads.
What is going
There's
on?
shit, piss,
Yeah.
and blood everywhere. And I'm like, did nobody ever even think about cleaning in here? It's disgusting.
I just imagine someone's like works at IKEA, like, we have a bathroom?
Yeah.
Like, that's just it's just a little area for like a staging area.
You look at the cleaning chart. It was
Yeah.
last cleaned 2015.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay.
And I've said it before, like,
They're
I
like,
was
"Good
in
luck."
there and I went from stall to stall to stall because I was like, nope, I can't go in there. No, oh my God, that's worse than the first one. And then finally went into the handicap one and I'm peeing and I hear this lady come in. She goes, what the hell is wrong with this place? And I was like, I know, I feel you, lady. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
I wonder. I mean, I know this might be a far stretch. Like when you work at an animal farm, right, or you're in the slaughterhouse, they take you off from killing the animals for too many days in a row because psychologically you can't take it or they don't want you getting to that point. I wonder for those that have to clean bathrooms, say the IKEA bathroom, Starbucks, what level like what are they doing to protect their employees and their mental health and their state, because they're not paid very well.
No.
And no matter what you're getting paid, you don't want to deal with
No one
someone
wants to
else's
deal
shit.
with shit, accidents.
But
And
like
again,
at a chain retail store, if the people there who work at the cash register also have to do like shifts cleaning the bathroom, what's one thing? I do not want the barista at Starbucks to be also, while he's making my coffee, like, no, now it's your turn to clean the shitter.
Yeah.
And then he's cleaning the bathroom and coming right back to make our food and drink. Like, bleh.
I always watch people's hands whenever I go someplace. I remember I told someone I couldn't eat. I think I got a muffin toasted or something, and she disappeared. And she came back. She wasn't wearing gloves. She touched. I said, I can't have that muffin. I said, I don't know where you went. I don't know what you touched. I said, I don't want your hands, whatever that was, on my muffin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was just like I'm very acutely aware of what people's mannerisms and actions are when they're
and
like,
the amount of people that don't wash their hands when they go in the bathroom.
It's alarming.
I mean, especially taking a shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, the sign, the postage, those are one of my favorite things to take pictures of employees must wash hands. It's almost like everybody should be washing their hands.
That sign should definitely change. Like, everyone wash their fucking hands.
It shouldn't even be there, though. It should be like, you use the bathroom?
That's what I mean. It's like,
what do you think you should
I
do
think
next?
they legally have to put them there.
It's like legally
makes
because
sense.
someone in the past, those signs are there because some asshole back in the day didn't do that. Someone probably got sick, and they're like, you know what? Legally now. Like, every time you see some kind of sign in a public space, there was a precedent that forced them to put that fucking sign there.
Because where does food poisoning usually come from? It's not probably coming from the food. It's probably coming from the dirty habits of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
the bacteria on their hands and bleh.
I was in a hotel once, and there was like those old school sprinklers like in our room, and I was like, that's kind of weird. It seemed like kind of low for like, whatever. Like, we were there for like a day. It was like, I forgot what this even was, but I remember thinking like, that's kind of weird. And there was a sign next to the part of the on the wall. It said like, do not basically hang your clothes on this because some asshole did that. And I'm like, I was like, why would they put that sign there? Because some idiot fucking did that.
Yeah.
Like, someone was like, oh, it's a good spot for my
This is a
fucking
great
suit
spot.
on. And then next thing you know, like, oh, why is it raining in my
But then it's like, I mean, like, I used to think the same when it came to like coffee cups have to say this. It has hot coffee in it. And then you hear about that one woman who got burned. Yeah. And when you heard about that woman got burned, the actual news turned it around that she was the villain. But if you watch that documentary.
Oh, no, I saw the thing. She was like, it was like 3rd degree burn.
Yeah. She had to get skin grafted from a hot coffee. Like,
insane.
It was like beyond scolding.
But I know what you mean, though. It's like they twist it around, but still, it's just like you would think like
hot coffee.
I get it, like
cautioned.
Yeah.
But some people, that's what I mean. It's like in this country, everything's so litigious that you have to like. It's insane. You can't
and
get
everybody
anything
gets
done.
sued or huge damage happens.
It's like that's why there's like the signs that you think like is this for morons?
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes,
no,
because the majority of people are morons.
They don't want to get sued. They don't want to get like
cheap insurance. Throw up the sign.
I mean, and this is straying off from poop a little bit, but it just reminds me. I was in Berlin a few years ago. There's like this huge like lake pond like park. It's amazing. I forgot the name of it, but
I'll look it up.
You can take out boats, and it's like part of this whole beer garden. It's like just been around forever. It's beautiful, especially the summertime. Excuse me. And a friend of ours that lived there, were like, yeah, it's great because like when you go there, all they ask, it's free. And you just give them your ID. So basically, it's like if you steal the boat, like, okay,
we'll find you.
Yeah. But that's it. There's no like, you don't sign any paperwork. You don't, because like apparently it's really hard to sue. If you get too drunk and you drown, okay, that's your fault. Like there's no, it's like really hard to like sue, in Germany, especially for like personal like liability kind of like just like stupid shit like that. And I was like, oh my God, that'd be so great if that was like the case in our country.
Yeah.
But it never will be.
Yeah.
Because it's like, like some idiots, it's like, dude, when I drank that entire case of beer, I didn't think that, like, and it's just like, really, man? Like, so anyway, I thought
this boat would save me.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like, I mean, like, it's anyway, I just had to.
We'd also charge you money if that was something.
Charge you money and you have to sign a fucking, like, pamphlet.
Charge you $50 for 15 seconds on the boat and sign your life away saying you won't sue them. Yeah.
But, anyway.
Going back to poop real quick, the door handle.
Oh, we can go back to poop for a long week.
The hardest thing to avoid. I was on Dr. Oz a few weeks ago. We did a segment.
That's awesome.
We went around the city checking out bathrooms. We did like 4 Transit Hub, big box store, fast food. coffee shop, and
Gotcha.
we germ swabbed different parts of it.
God.
But we found that, I mean, naturally the door handle was the
Yeah.
dirtiest, and it was hard to figure out ways to like get out
Oh.
of the bathroom, because after you wash your hands,
Yep.
which in of itself, if you don't touch anything, is pretty sanitary after. But then you touch all those germs when you leave, so it's really a question of
I fight with that every time I go into public.
what's your
I
your
do hand
action
sanitizer.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring
Okay.
hand sanitizer. Sometimes if I don't do that, which is most often, I don't bring hand sanitizer with me. I just
Oh, I see.
ball up my sweatshirt or
Yeah,
cuff,
yeah.
and I just grab it like that, or I just take I pull an extra
Paper towel.
and I use that, and I just kick the door with my foot. I just throw into the garbage.
Yeah, that's good.
Karate chop.
I've-
I'm
I've-
out of here.
I've said this before. Like there was a period, like I was like I can't remember when exactly, but like in the not so distant future, where I was this. I felt like every time I had to I'd hear water, I'd go wash my hands before I'd go eat. I'm like, I gotta pee, and it was like this kind of weird Pavlovian like thing where I'm like, I should probably pee just because. And then it got to the point where I would just be sitting inside a bathroom, like waiting, almost sometimes waiting for someone to open the door so I wouldn't
Just
touch
so
the
you could-
fucking handle. And because they might only have like an air dryer, or I
Yeah.
might be wearing a t-shirt, I'll have to use the bottom of my shirt. But it's just like it got to the point where I was like, it was almost debilitating because I'm like, I got to get over this because like it's just ruining like my social life.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't always happen. It would just pop up in these weird times, like that. I just like, you can't touch that handle. You just
gotta
wash your
wait.
fucking hands, and now there's nothing to really.
I suppose. I mean, I'm sure you have your phone with you. Next time you could text the people you're
Yeah.
with to be
It's
like,
a good
"Hey,
idea.
come let me out. I'm in the bathroom."
I'm just imagining my wife looking at me, going like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Right? Yeah, well, she definitely would. But
I'm like,
that's what
I'm
love
like,
is.
do you need to do this? Like, but I've since gotten over all that. But yeah, I usually do the extra paper towel or hand towel, or use my shirt.
My favorite's when people don't know what to do with the paper towel after, so they just throw it on the floor, and you see like a little pile of.
Yeah, I've
keep
seen
hitting this
that.
wire. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay. No, I mean, this is not like a professional studio. So,
These wires.
I mean, no
Gross.
one at home knows that.
Exactly.
No, listening at home knows that. But yeah, I think that
So where are your favorite bathrooms in New York? Like if you, out of the list of, you said 100 and...
Yeah, well, I have a 135 marked on Google Maps.
Yeah.
For free. So you
Excellent.
can just, it populates right
I
into
love
Google
free.
Maps. You just tap it, get GPS directions there. That real quick. That was my one thing I always wanted.
the GPS directions.
GPS directions, but low, or my favorite thing is low and no costs.
Yeah.
I always want
Yeah.
people just to use what was native
Yes.
to them. I tried to get an app developer ones, build out this app, but the cost, and then I was afraid that it wasn't really going to take because people aren't trained or have the habit of opening up a second app when they're already so used to using
Gotcha.
another one. So
Right,
for me,
right.
it was always, I don't know how I'm going to make. I don't want to make a ton of money. I just want to offer these
Yeah.
services, and so I'm not trying to monopolize this information. So it's how do I get it out? So I just made a
I think
free
it's-
Google Map
it's fucking
list.
genius.
Yeah,
No, but
it's
out
like-
of your 130...
I know. I'm sorry. I did.
sorry.
I deviated. That was a shameless, happy plug. I'm not
Hey
sure
man,
what that was.
plug away.
Felix Roasting Company on Park Ave.
Oh.
Love them. Really classy. Really
Park Ave
nice.
and what?
Oh, so sorry. Park and 27th or 26th.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's on the west side of the
Okay.
streets. Really nice. Ace Hotel is always
That's a good bathroom.
So there's a little different though. Now they're starting to put sensors that you need to use your hotel key on. But there's a loophole. You can actually go in through Milk Bar, which is joining Ace Hotel now, and so you can go downstairs in the middle of Milk Bar. They have 2 restrooms, which I don't recommend using. You can actually take a door out through Milk Bar basement, and it drops you right into the bathroom area of Ace Hotel.
Wow.
So it's a little
It's like the
Funky.
Milk Bar bathroom's no bueno, but then
It's
there's
okay.
the VIP door.
Correct.
Ooh.
Correct. Milk Bar is not
Nice.
very attractive.
Ooh, I like this trickiness. I like that.
Yeah.
Little,
Back
That's
door
good to
action.
know.
until
yeah.
they hear this, because Ace Hotel follows my every move.
Yeah.
And they say, rats, they got me.
They're like, damn it.
Yeah.
How do we stop this guy?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, I live in Williamsburg, so there's a lot of great places. I love the marketplace renaissance with all the eateries, like Urban Space, Essex Street Market. They always, I feel like, have really hip, fun, large bathrooms that can kind of accommodate a lot of people. They usually have attendants frequently going through and keeping them clean. So we're in a really
Oh.
great I think, space right now where a lot of those eateries are popping up. And so it's giving us a lot more opportunities to use the bathroom in really nice locations.
Oh, cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I also really love Diggin' and Sweet Greens because they're everywhere. They have great bathrooms.
They're really
They're much better than Starbucks bathrooms.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Starbucks is like just... It's bad
because everybody goes there because they know that and there's literally one Starbucks on every block. So
it's just somehow changing the mentality of people in this country to like just have a little respect for people that have to clean that shit up. Because again, like you said, echoing what you said about the attendants, like they're not getting paid any money at all, and like to do the bathroom, which is notoriously like the worst place.
I believe in living by the golden rule. Treat others the way you want to be treated. So treat a public bathroom the way you would treat your private bathroom. Period.
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. Well said.
Yeah.
You should treat a fucking bathroom like a newborn baby, in my opinion. Like I'm not even like be
better
delicate
than a
with
baby.
it. Like just like whatever just treat that thing like it's just like made of like glass. Like just everything should be.
It would be interesting if they did like a incentivizing program, like it's clean, you go in, you come out, you get $1 off your coffee or something to like teach human beings to do good things. And it's sad we have to give money away for maybe trying to do that, but I could see like a progressive coffee shop doing something along those lines.
And it's like to your point also about Ellen, about IKEA being shitty. I was just thinking about that. Like my thought is maybe they're not using people that actually work at the store to clean it, but they maybe have a service that comes in like so like after hours, like when everything's closed down, they got a whole cleaning team that comes in and like part of the thing is clean the bathroom. So whoever fucking works is probably like, you know what, I don't care how nasty this is, it's not my job until like, you know, whatever clean team gets here at like midnight.
I agree with you, but if they do have that cleaning team, I think they're coming once a week because the IKEA bathroom, I go there usually on a Tuesday, Wednesday around lunchtime. Mm-hmm. So it's not the end of the day.
Oh, so you frequently visit this IKEA?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
And it is always hell on earth. And I'm like always walking in like it can't be as bad as it was last time. Yeah.
Okay. So I stand corrected, but I mean, I'm just...
Don't get me wrong. I love me some IKEA food for lunch. I take myself on a date by myself, go shopping and eating at IKEA. My birthday's at the end of this month. Actually, my birthday, when this episode drops, my birthday's a couple days after. IKEA sent me my family members coupon for a free meal.
Wow, you spent some money there.
I do. Well, I'm on the if you are on a family plan, you automatically get a birthday free meal. You get free coffee if you're on the family plan there.
So what do you get? What do you get? What's your usual go-to when you go there?
Oh, don't get me started because that pisses me off. I used to get the chicken meatballs, but they stopped those. So now they're always like, if I do, I might get just the vegetarian meatballs, but
you're not crazy about them.
Well, no, they taste terrible.
What sort of sauce are they in? Are they in something?
They used to be in a gravy, but they've been changing the menu recently. Sometimes I'll just get the smoked salmon,
and I just can't. I wouldn't even think eating smoked salmon at fucking IKEA. I know they're from that part of the world, but like with it, smoked salmon's kind of a thing. But I'm like, I don't know.
They have a veggie medallion that's actually delicious, and it's like potato and broccoli mashed up into what looks like a hockey puck, but it's delicious.
That's so good.
I'll just take your word for it.
Sometimes I'll just get the steamed vegetables with mashed potatoes and the veggie medallion. Delicious.
I just imagine Ellen's like eating her food, walking around IKEA, like just looking in the bathroom, just noshing on her.
Oh yeah, no, I'm eating my food in the cafeteria and then going to the bathroom and then cursing myself for just having free coffee, and now I have to take a shit. Like,
right?
What a mess.
Oh my god.
And the kitchen is clean, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sometimes I always wonder if it's a messy bathroom. What the kitchen?
Well, I do complain about the IKEA bathroom because it's funny for this podcast, but I'm talking about the bathroom when you first walk into IKEA. It's right there.
Okay.
There is, however, a much nicer bathroom upstairs near the cafeteria that's always clean. Yes, I agree with you, but I think the one that looks like pure hell is open more to the public.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then there is a nice one. So that's my little secret to everybody. I've been trying to detour people from IKEA, but there is like a cleaner place to do my do. After my veggie medallion and my free coffee.
It's a dangerous recipe.
So do you
only me, honey, only me.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Do you have any more accident stories, Andrew?
Not particularly accident stories. I've been able to pretty much control myself. Yeah.
Except for Marshall's as a
Except for when
child.
Marshall's.
Except for
gets
Marshall's.
me.
I love these
Got
walked
me.
in twice.
Yeah, twice. It was
That's so specific.
it is definitely your words have been ringing through my head this whole podcast about the scent, and I actually am going to do a little rabbit hole digging when I get home just to see.
I bet there's something with retail chain stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I wouldn't
definitely
doubt
something
it.
I wouldn't doubt it either.
And if we can find out what that scent is, I want to pump it into every hotel bathroom because when I travel, I get constipated. So let's like do the reverse.
Let's figure
you
this
know?
out. Yeah.
Bring it in.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Or maybe just bring a
Bottle
little
it.
vial for you and just sniff it when you get out.
Like
and you check
smelling
in.
salts.
Find out what the scent is. We can go. We can talk to John from Undercover Poo. He'll make it for you.
Oh my God. I'll have two. Two
He's
scents.
a scent chemist in Jersey. There's a big whole production company and I guess industry out there that does that stuff too. So you could probably get it made.
Yeah.
Have your own custom poop scent.
Poop scent. I got to poop. Oh, let me get a whiff of
you're
this
like-
real quick.
Watch
smelling salts.
we're all in like 60 Minutes a year from now because they're like, this podcast discovered that
Yeah.
America's full of this poop scent, making people shit their pants
Next
in
week.
chain
It's like-
stores.
Oh my god.
How did you guys discover this? We don't know.
There's like some CEO
Shit
from.
in our pants.
This is a CEO of Marshall's, like with the whole
the
shadow
bl-
on and the
He has
fucking
his cat in
voice.
his arm right now.
He's like, look, I'm not doing the
60 Minutes Scott
Yeah.
Pelley is trying to ask all these chain stores. They did not want to comment.
He's like, Just- that's hilarious.
What kind of toilet paper do you like, and do you hang it over or under?
So I definitely go over.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
if
the
it's
right
under, I rotate it.
Yeah!
Even at home, it's always the proper, correct, and only
There is
way.
no proper correct way. It is under, but no one likes. Like we did a whole. There's been studies about this, by the way.
Okay, I haven't investigated.
Oh,
but I'll
big
take your
time.
word for
Episode
it.
3 of our podcast.
Big time studies done like papers about this, and like the majority of the world likes over.
Oh yeah, over.
But
Under is
I'm
very
under.
uncomfortable.
Under is, I don't know. But I mean,
But let him tell his
I'm sorry.
reason.
I'm sorry.
We've
Oh, I have
heard
no
your reason.
My reason, I think it was just how my family wasn't over. My family's family wasn't over. So it's just
It's passed down from
just passed
generation.
This
down,
family's been an over since.
And what brand of toilet paper do you like?
I go Whole Foods recycled.
Yeah.
I'm actually really I'm talking to some really cool toilet paper companies right now, and there's one that really has my heart. Don't have any association with them, but I love their mission. It's bamboo toilet paper.
Yes.
Hey Bippy.
Oh, I don't know Hey Bippy, but
I'm
I do use a bamboo toilet paper, and I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, bamboo
it-
toilet TP is fucking fantastic.
You use it as well?
I've
I gifted
Al-
him some
a couple
rolls.
of her rolls.
So
it's
good.
so strong. You barely need any squares. It's kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, I'm a 1 to 2 square man, anyways. I mean, as you know, my fiber is so strong. My intake,
Your fiber game.
it just shoots right out. I don't
Yeah,
even
we
need
call
a
it
wipe.
we call it a no push, no wipe.
no push, no wipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, MP
Do you-
NW.
Yeah.
so hey
Hey.
Bibby.
Hey Bippy, yeah.
Hey Bibby.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, really. I mean, they always pop up on my Instagram ads. They know what I'm looking for.
Oh, now that
so-
we've said it out loud, it will most definitely pop up on ours.
Oh,
Oh,
of course,
course.
without
Yeah.
a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get double the ads.
They're like,
Yeah.
did you say Bippy? Just checking.
You're gonna get a hey beepy just
Yeah.
in case they.
I'm like,
misheard.
what's this?
But I did a 1-year subscription to a bamboo company because if you do
Okay.
like a whole year, it was like a lot cheaper.
Sure.
And so I did this one company and I really like it. But I think when the year is up, I'm going to then shop around for because it's still a little over $1 a roll. And on this podcast, we don't believe in flushing your money. So yeah.
Chills.
Yeah. I want the best toilet paper for the cheapest price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it was a pretty penny to get that 1-year subscription.
Yeah, it was expensive up front, but it was worth it in the end.
Yeah. Well, it's also nice that you
To
buy
my-
it once and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and,
it's fantastic. Though.
And to my
I've
rear
used it.
end.
It's good.
Yeah.
This is off topic. My wife has a meditation app, Calm app or something.
Uh-huh.
And it's $15 a month, but it's for a one-time payment of $400 for a lifetime membership.
Oh.
So the past couple of nights we've been having a conversation as we use the one free audio clip they give you about lavender fields. over and
Interesting.
over again. Every night we're like, should we buy the 1 year subscription? I mean, like the
Can
monthly?
you share it?
Well, we listen to it in bed, so it doesn't. We
Gotcha.
don't need
No,
it.
but I'm saying like, could you? Oh, I guess if you do, but if you had to be separate. Like
I would probably just let her use it. I
Yeah.
only use it because it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But it's expensive.
You're just along for the ride.
Yeah. But the subscription, it's like it's a lot of money up front. But
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, you just like pay one time and
Well, that's the way the I
It's
know
easy.
that I don't practice meditation, although it's something I've always been talked about. But like the Transcendental Meditation Center here in New York,
okay.
I think it's like $1,500, but it's your lifetime like member. You can just go back whenever you want.
get a tune up.
Yeah,
That's
So-
nice though.
yeah. I mean, I do. I mean, I don't meditate. I've always wanted to, but that's
I did TM a couple of years ago, and I meditate here and there, not as often as I should be with TM. But a couple of years ago it was only 1,000.
Yeah.
And it's 4 days worth of classes, so
Okay.
you do kind of get your money's worth. And at the end of it, I felt like, because before that I tried meditating on my own and it was really hard. But the only part about it that I didn't like, that I told the lady, I was like, you need to inform people this, is there's like this weird ceremony when you first get like inducted into it. We were supposed to have like fruit and all this stuff, and I was like, if my boyfriend signed up to this, he'd be like, these fucking cult leaders
I see.
get me the fuck out of
Oh my
here.
God.
It comes on strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have a problem with it, but because
I
I
would
like
assume that would have already been included into
yeah,
the
yeah. I love
package.
culty shit like that because
I
it's
just would've
more
been
like,
there was no fruit. What? I assumed there was some ceremony. There was going to
Some-
be, something.
The snack ceremony.
Yeah.
started yet? Yeah.
They're like,
which I don't mind ceremonies like that. I think that stuff is interesting, but I know some people are like, fuck no, I've just sold my soul.
Yeah.
God.
So yeah.
Do you guys have at home? Your wife? Do you guys have do you use a bidet?
So we don't. Looked around. I heard you have a bidet.
We both have bidets. I mean, they're fantastic. There's tons of brands you can get. The kind we have, you just snap on. It takes like 10 minutes to put on, but
So
it's
good.
again for like someone who uses bamboo toilet paper. Actually, you'd probably be using less squares because after the little squirt, it's just like a one quick tap and you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
why I
no,
like the bamboo toilet paper, because I feel like it's just a little bit thicker to dry up the bidet water. So
Okay. Yeah. Because whenever I go to my friends who do have a bidet, I find I use a lot more toilet paper to wipe the wetness
Excess.
or moisture away. So for me, it seems counterintuitive, even though the idea of
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I
moistening your butt.
definitely use less than I did before.
Okay.
Even though sometimes if it's like kind of wet back there, I'm like, I'll just roll off some more, but I'm still using less than I would if I didn't have that actual like.
My friend.
But Andrew, you
attachment.
also have a healthy 4, so you don't have to wipe
Yeah.
that much.
So you're not really
But
spending a lot
like
of time
people
back
who
there.
are like 6, 7s, and you're wiping like it's like you have a
Endlessly.
magic marker coming out of your
Yeah.
ass, and you're
Yeah.
just constantly wiping. A bidet is so worth it.
You
Yeah.
flatter me to know. I didn't know this podcast was going to boost my ego so much.
No, but
But
really,
we've
it is.
interviewed people who have hairy buttholes, and they're like, "Yeah, I just keep wiping, and that hair collects dingleberries." And you're,
That's serious. I mean, I'm not going to go too much detail, but I imagine you can tell from my arms that I am by no means hairless,
Yeah.
and I have had it's a very little, to almost
Excellent.
no issue. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no dingleberries.
Yeah, I'm not super hairy, so I don't have that problem. But it's definitely like it's so weird because now when I go to some place that doesn't have a bidet,
bidet. Yeah.
it is like
but I also have
I'm losing my mind.
the bidet company that Dave and I have only makes it right-handed, and I've
Oh.
met some people who they can't put a right-handed bidet in their bathroom because their sink cabinet is too close or the wall is too close, so it actually won't fit. And
Oh,
so
they don't
I've-
have a tank.
yeah, or that even.
Interesting.
But friends of ours, Evil Hate Monkey, who we interviewed, has that problem. So he actually found one that's a left-handed, and it's insanely inexpensive. And he says it works great.
Yeah.
So
I mean, this might be the conversation I needed to push me over. I do have a squatty potty.
yes,
Yeah, we
Which
both have that
I think my biggest pain point in going poop in general is a handicap stall with the higher toilet seat.
Oh.
It's easy for them to obviously get off their chair and,
Yeah.
and go to the bathroom, but for me, the pinch point is
Yeah.
different. So I actually find myself looking for a makeshift squatty potty. So I'll push the garbage can on the
Well-
ground. I'll put my backpack on the ground and rest my
Books are
feet on
great because you can always
books.
take because we had this conversation with Dr. Evan Goldstein
on
and-
last week's show.
Yeah, and like basically saying the same thing. It's like it's great that people are using these squatty potties, but the companies aren't really putting it into effect. Basically, like height.
Yeah.
You know, like
height of toilet and height of human.
Height of the person, like the
Yeah.
toilet. So it's just like they should be adjustable somehow. But yeah, some kind of adjustable, or like, you know, you just kind of tweaking like your,
Something. I used to
Yeah.
have cement blocks with my old roommate. He lived in Asia for a few years, and he really got addicted to the squat life.
Yeah.
So when he came back to the States and we moved in together, he bought 2 cinder blocks, and he had cinder blocks next to our bathroom toilet at the bowl.
That's amazing.
And we would just both squat on them.
Yeah.
And now obviously squatty pies are readily available and much
Completely.
classier than cinder blocks.
But again, like they're just one height, really.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they offer lower profile ones or higher, but I don't
But
know.
I have also, if I'm in a pinch, so to speak, trying to pinch off a loaf, I also realized that if you lean forward, like if you go all the way like this, it helps get that kink off. If you put your like chest more towards
Are
your...
you, do you have proper posture when you go? Do you sit straight up?
Yes, with the stool, yes.
Okay.
But if I'm like going in a place that doesn't, my feet are on the ground. If I lean forward, it helps that kink in your
Get
rectum
out.
to like straighten out and let the poo go.
Let the poo do.
I'm a
Let it
perpetual
go.
leaner. I've never
Sat up straight.
really sit up straight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always rest the elbows on the top, near my knees, on my thighs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it
I find
helps,
comfortable.
right?
I find it very incredibly comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I don't like
I'll try
sitting
that.
back.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like leaning helps if you really have nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have nothing going for
That's your
yourself.
go-to. Let's lean forward.
Yeah.
Nice.
What do you use if you were to get constipation or diarrhea? Do you have any?
I haven't, not bragging here. It hasn't happened in a really long time.
That's great.
What if you're traveling?
Traveling, I still take my papaya enzymes. I still eat my dates. I still keep a pretty regular, consistent
That's great.
diet. My probiotics. So there's a
stay
little
regular.
bit of regularity to my habits. But even if I do travel, I do find myself out of my routine a little bit. But I just wait. It's not constipation to the point where it hurts or it's noticeable.
Right.
It's when I have to poop, all of a sudden it's like, whoa,
We're going.
I really got to go right now. And then,
Right.
And then I recall, I'm like, oh, it's actually been a few days since
Right.
I've let it go.
Huh.
Yeah.
So you're not stressing about it. It's more like, okay, it'll happen.
It will happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. If that answers your question well
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ask about the we asked about the TP,
And then we kind of learned about floor versus pants.
but that's when you were younger. Okay, so basically, let's just say like you're having an off day for some odd reason. You got to go. It's like coming out. Like
Bristol
it's happening.
7.
And
Yeah.
like you're just out and about somewhere. Do you choose the pants or the floor or ground?
So this actually brings me back to a memory in 7th grade.
Okay.
I sharded while I was at the urinal. And it was bad. I wasn't the most well-liked person in junior high school. It was my first year in junior high school.
Oh, it's fucking.
And
high
the
school.
best thing I could do, I remember it pulled up around the top of my socks. It was straight liquid.
Oh.
And instead of just going to the nurses and just being like, oh, you know what, maybe I should call this a day and go home, I stuck it out.
Oh.
And I just
Wow.
remember shoving wads of toilet paper in my underwear. And he ran out and just continuing on throughout my whole day.
Wow,
I
you're
don't
a
know how
trooper.
bad I assume I smelled awful. But it was
sure.
it was a bad day.
Fuck. So you chose pants.
I chose pants. Yeah, I chose pants by default. My
Yeah,
body
yeah.
said, you're a
Completely.
pants guy now.
I mean, I
Yeah.
get it's circumstantial, but we just love asking that question because some people like. It's very
No, I wouldn't
adamant
go. I'd
about,
go
like,
floor or ground. I
Yeah.
wouldn't dirty my pants because the long-term effects of that. It's like poop on the pants, poop
Scarring.
on the ground. It's like, okay, find some leaves, wipe, use your underwear to wipe, throw it out. But
Yeah.
you get to kind of have a good day still.
When it's stuck in there, it's
please.
your day's ruined.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then it's there in your memory, and you wake
yeah.
up, you're like, it's been 24 hours since the incident.
Do I still smell?
Right?
And it sounds like because of Pooper's Guide, you are connecting with more people who are taking you as like an aficionado
Yeah.
Yes.
on like bathrooms and poop and all the rest of
I
that.
have been dubbed the worldwide guru of public restrooms, which flattered me to no end.
But you're only citywide.
Correct.
Yeah, we need to get you more worldwide.
I would like to work on that. I have some plans to work on that.
Yeah.
I have some good grand.
You should be the grand guru pooper's guide of every major city.
2020 will be, if things go well, 2020 will be a great year. I have some really phenomenal things in the pipeline that, just
for the poop line.
My fingers are crossed for you, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always
if
great
it happens,
to keep sharing.
we want to cut you back on so you can tell us all the best shitters.
If it doesn't happen, I'm a one-time guest.
We'll still have it back on. We'll still have it back on. Wait,
no, the pressure's there. That's good.
Real quick, did we figure out? You said you were in Dr. Oz, which is, I think we kind of glossed over that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really a fun.
What? I don't know if we cut you up, but what did we talk about? You did the swabs from all the handles and everything. You just found out that. Was there anything like that came of it other than what was it, the dirtiest kind of handle? Just restaurants or
So it was no conclusive evidence. We did men and women's room. We did single use. The evidence kind of varied. And then we had a doctor with us who went over all of the kind of diseases like E. coli and such and other medical terms that I could never pronounce.
Yeah.
But they have a little snippet of that. But really just the door handle was the highest concentration point of germs, and oddly enough, the toilet seat was one of the lesser dirty spots.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, what about the door handle to the actual stall? I figured that would.
We never tested.
I figured that because that's the first contact.
Yeah. No, but then I guess you're washing your hands after.
True.
So yeah, you might have it as long as you're not picking your nose or licking your fingers, flipping through magazines while you're on the bathroom.
That's what I was gonna say when you're mentioning this first Dr. Oz spot. Real quick, I was coming back from LA last year. I had to go to the bath. I never go into the airport bathrooms, but I was like, I have to go. I just can't. Number 2, and I was in line, and I was next to go, and I see this dude. He rushes in there, and there's a little crack between the door and the frame, and I see he just throws his coat on the floor.
Oh my god!
And I just remember thinking I almost didn't have to go again because it was shocking.
It's amazing what how comfortable people feel in
just threw it, and it wasn't that far from the toilet, where he chucked it. It was right next to it, and I'm like, there's a hook on the back of this door. I mean, I can't see through this door, but I imagine there's a fucking hook.
There's a hook.
Or you can even fling it over the top of the door.
Over the top.
And if you're afraid of someone stealing it, you just grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just shocking, and just made me think of that when you're
the worst is when you're in a restroom with a lot of stalls and you make eye contact with the person in the stall through the crack.
Oh, it's the worst.
And you're just like, oh yeah,
horrible.
Yeah,
that's only in America.
Only America.
Yeah.
Literally, unless
European,
you're
it goes all
Europe
to the
is
ceiling to
much
the floor.
better. Yeah, their doors are and in some Asian countries, but if you go to more where they don't have even proper sewage, then what you get what you get. But in America, it's the only place where there will be an inch gap between the door and the stall.
It's called being cheap.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
They're saving.
Seriously, it's but if we go all the way to the ceiling, or
I can't believe that hasn't become a lawsuit.
I don't know. I'm surprised it hasn't either.
Because of all the perverts out there.
Maybe they like it. Maybe that's the one time to let loose.
Yeah, exactly.
They're looking for a reason.
We got to keep that. That's the way this country's based off of that.
Yeah. How else are we supposed to cruise for people?
Yeah.
Remember that one
Al Pacino movie about
cruising?
Yeah.
No,
but there was that politician a couple years ago.
Yeah, the
who
Republican,
did the foot tapping thing because he was cruising in the bathroom.
He was from Minnesota or something.
Yeah.
But that guy. Oof.
That's why I don't sing song tunes anymore in bathrooms.
He's like, ding,
signals
ding,
can
ding,
get crossed.
ding,
Yeah.
ding. They're like,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up with you, buddy? I'm like, why is your foot coming?
Republican man who's voting against gay marriage.
Exactly.
There's a $100 bill slipping under. You're like, I'll keep this.
Yeah. He's like, well, I gotta tell you about this, right?
Andrew, is there anything else you want to add?
No.
You good?
I'm no real follow up. I'm not a follow up kind of guy. I just go with the flow. So
Nice.
I'm feeling,
Well, you shared some great stuff.
And maybe there was something that popped into your head that you were like, oh, and I want to add this.
No.
But yeah.
No, I'm feeling good. Maybe I'll text y'all later something. But
yeah. But I mean, if anything, we want to see more Poopers Guides. So
thank you.
I think it's a great service. Really, again, it's fantastic.
I appreciate that.
Really smart.
Especially that you linked up with Google Maps.
Yeah, easy.
It's just so smart.
So if I were to look for Poopers Guide on Google Maps, I just type it in.
You can look for Google Maps, yes, or you can go to. I'm so sorry. I'm just looking on my phone. You just go to my Instagram account, Poopers Guide, and then I have a link that leads you right to the map, and you just click follow,
perfect.
and then it's always populated on your map, so you have it forever.
That's
Perfect.
amazing.
All these little white squares right there, those are all
Andrew
low
showing
to
us
no
his-
cost.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so fucking
And like I said,
cool.
you just click it and you get GPS directions right there from wherever you are.
This is what I love.
Awesome.
This is what I love about technology. This kind of
It's
stuff.
so good,
Like,
yeah.
It's just so simple and like.
Are you looking to
effective.
add bathrooms? Like if somebody was to suggest, like, do you have audience participation type
I don't
thing?
have audience participation. Not yet. It's been asked. This is my baby, and
Yeah.
I have a real fine idea of how I want it to be perceived and out there. So I'll get information. Like I'll ask my followers to suggest places, and if I've been there and I forgot about it, I'll be like, oh, I'll add this or something. But it's not.
Like
added.
if I were to say, "Oh, have you seen this bathroom?" You'd be like, "No, but I'll check it out
I'll
and
check
possibly
it out. Correct.
add it."
Yeah. So it's not like
cool.
you mention it, I'll add
Automatically,
because I don't want
Right, you
that
want
to be.
you
wanna
want it
do
to have your gold standard.
Exactly.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
want
Correct.
it, you want it to fit into your guidelines. Actually, with that said, have you been to the bathroom over to the bandshell in Central Park? It's like the one that's like you walk downstairs.
Oh, under there. I have. I haven't.
It's like heated. It's like I was like, oh, it's so
I
nice.
have not been there in some time.
I was
So-
there like in late November. And I just was all excited. I'm like, oh my god, it's heated in here.
So
believe
good.
it.
There's some days where I go literally for like 8 or 9 hours just
Wow.
going back. It's honestly, it's really sometimes absolutely exhausting. Like if
sure.
I have a really slow day, or my wife has work and I don't,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be like, I'm just gonna go bathroom hunting, and like I'll pack up and like it's fun. But there's some days where it's just like, whoa, how
It's a
many
grind.
have I?
I
It's
can
a
imagine.
grind.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But if listeners want to suggest a fantastic shitter to you,
Oh, fire away. You can DM me. You can email me at poopersguide@gmail.
perfect.
Or just go on Instagram and send me a DM. I love
Ooh, I have a
everyone.
good one for
Fire
you.
away. Text me though, because my memory is awful.
I mean, I'll tell it now, and I've said
Please.
it on the podcast before, but on the corner of Flushing, and I'm forgetting the cross street, but it's right off the BQE, there's this gas station. And their bathroom, it was like one of the nicest gas station bathrooms I have ever been in.
That's the
and,
best.
Yeah, and even like, it looks so small, the little store.
I know
but
this gas station you're talking about.
yeah,
I
and you
haven't
walk
been to
in,
that
and the store is like much bigger. Like from the outside, it looks teeny tiny. You walk in, you're like, whoa, this is surprisingly bigger. And I ran into the bathroom, and I was like, this is one of the nicest gas station bathrooms I've ever been in. And my
nice.
friend went in right after me, and she was like, she even mentioned it.
Wow.
She was like, that's one of the nicest gas. And I was like, right? So yeah, please check out
I
that
will
one.
check
I
that.
will text you and like
please,
send
yeah.
you the exact address. But that was like exceptionally nice.
There's a really nice distillery right down the street at the end of
Oh.
Flushing. It's a castle. I'm not sure if you recognize it. It's like on your way to Dumbo, Brooklyn Heights.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And you're going down
I know-
Flushing, you
Yes,
take a
I know
right
exactly what you're talking about. Yes,
Yeah.
I go by there all the time. Yes.
Yeah, they have that little castle
Yeah.
like building is a distillery, and they have an amazing rustic bathroom down a
Ooh.
spiral staircase. Really
Oh.
dim, dark, but it's really nice. It's like a nice, I call it like a nice date bathroom. Kind
Ooh.
of. Yeah.
Okay.
You can go to the distillery and have a
This is
date with a
seriously,
little
like,
drink and
I love this
potty.
whole like the fact that you did this. It's amazing. This is so much fun. I love it.
yeah, 5-star shitters.
5-star shitters.
Well, we're gonna get into
Let's
since
get
we have nothing else
shitty.
to add. We're gonna get into our Let's Get Shitty segment. So this is the part we get to complain about things. It doesn't have to be poop related. It could be just obviously there's a lot going on in the world. I mean, we all know this, but it could be a little gripe or something that's just like been gnawing at you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna play the little theme song for that, and we'll get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty.
Yes, I feel like it's been a while.
I know our last 2 episodes we didn't do Let's Get Shitty because Dr. Evan Goldstein last week, if you haven't listened to that episode yet, but he did a butthole examination to me on mic.
Oh.
Yes, he looked at
Fascinating.
my asshole and told me what was going on with that.
And all news is good news?
Yes.
Good.
But it's a cliffhanger.
No.
Yeah, it's good. It was
Dave
good.
was literally on the other side of the door listening to us on mics while Dr. Evan Goldstein was
Dicking around.
not dicking around,
digging.
Digging.
Yes, helping me figure out what my hemorrhoid issue was all about. So
And this is why we got to the stand.
yes,
Stand-up.
yes.
Exactly.
We're learning a lot because this podcast started off as a poop podcast, but we have realized that it is a butt everything but podcasts. So everything that
We thought it was to be like funny, just shit stories, but it's kind of become a real informational hub. It's kind of funny. It's
mature.
like it's really weird. Like, I'm like, this is actually
we're learning a lot of butt health.
Yeah.
You might have to cut this, but I like going on podcasts, but I like going on certain style of podcast,
right?
Because it's not. I mean, there's so many out there, and I really enjoyed your style.
Thank you.
Which is why I was like, I kind of want to do this because there's so many out there that are so low quality.
Yeah.
They're really, I'm not for lack of a better word, they're really shitty. Or like they have a theme like poop or farts or bathroom, but like they're so hard on it.
Yeah.
And they don't.
There's no room for flexibility at all.
Yeah, they don't let up and they're just like choke holding it.
Yeah.
So it's really nice. And the fact that you're also both old. I thought you guys were both in your like 20s.
Oh.
So I was a little hesitant. I was like, I wonder what the.
No,
we're in
old.
our 40s.
We're old.
But I think that's like a plus. I like that as well.
Well, I think too, we wanted to do a show that wasn't so serious, obviously. So,
Yeah.
Well, poop is funny.
Absolutely.
So it started
Farts are
with
funny.
like farts and poop is hilarious, but then it ended up becoming so educational. I don't know if you listened to our Christmas episode, but you did?
No, I have not. So I'm gonna be full disclosure. I'm not a huge podcast guy.
Yeah, that's
I'll
okay.
listen to them
No,
on
it's
my
okay.
couch, ready to go to bed. But throughout my day-to-day life, 9 to 5, I don't podcast.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's
That's
so
fine.
many right.
Because I
now.
zone out and I can't focus on what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta rewind.
Yeah.
I get that way
our
sometimes.
Christmas episode, we had a woman who had rectal cancer on.
Oh, wow.
And she described that, and she was very amazing about it. But like, I didn't even know we'd get to that place.
Which is
like,
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
awesome.
and like it was just like this is the little day-to-day things. I mean, obviously, if you don't have cancer, you're not going to know, but just her journey and just everything that she did to get through it, and she just used a lot of like humor.
Yeah.
Really, that was like
Which
her.
is awesome.
That was the
Yeah.
way she got through it. Most of it.
I mean, of some of the episodes that we've done in the past year, the shitting your pants stories have been hilarious, but the educational ones have been like nothing
it's
else.
really eye-opening.
And
Yeah.
you change a lot because you don't know who's listening.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That like so my mom died of colon cancer.
Oh, I'm so
And
sorry.
my dad died of stomach cancer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So like I'm acutely aware, and so I'm super high risk. So I have to get endoscopy and colonoscopy every 2 years.
Yeah.
Because my dad was 50, my mom was 52.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So they were young, but it's great that you're bringing that awareness.
Yeah.
No,
I
and it's like, and it's things you don't. I mean, again, like you just don't think about. Like you're just like what people have to deal with, and like the little day-to-day things. Like you think cancer, obviously it's an issue, obviously.
Sure.
But like just.
But I didn't
like
even know
getting
there was
through life.
rectal cancer. I thought it was only colon, And the fact that
insane.
they removed her rectum and brought her colon down, and now she poops out of her colon.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
That's mind blowing.
Yeah. When you're laying on your couch and you have nothing else going on, put on that
Yeah.
episode.
I will.
And it's more like for me too. It was more again like the science of like how do we basically rerouting plumbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how are we doing this? Which is like that.
And
to
we're
me, is
there
like,
doing it, all,
Yeah,
which is
it's
even crazier.
incredible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like the science behind it is like just fascinating. But
Yeah.
this is the part we get to complain.
Yeah.
So,
We're too busy patting ourselves on
and
the
again,
back.
like, and if you have nothing to complain about, that's totally cool
Well, I
too.
have
There's
something to
no
complain about.
zero.
But the
pressure.
last two episodes we didn't do Let's Get Shitty because we had a porn star on who had a plethora of stories, and then my butthole exam.
Your butthole
I wasn't going to
exam.
get my ass examined and then talk about
Talk
what's shitty about
You're like this exam. No, that was
having
shitty.
a speculum in my ass
Yeah.
was pretty shitty.
Guy didn't even give me his phone number.
Yeah. So since you're a guest first.
Yeah.
Like,
You can complain about anything. It doesn't have to be poop related.
No, this is not poop. This is personal frustration traveling
Okay.
on the subway. Old people not bringing tissues with them when they have runny noses.
Oh,
Saw a
yeah.
guy stand up yesterday when I was on the L come back from Canarsie, and he literally stood up and you could see the drops hit the floor of the subway. His nose was running so badly, and I was sitting next to him. He didn't get on me, but I just thought, you know what? What's wrong with the tissue or your sleeve? If it's that runny,
No.
Yes.
So yeah, that's my that's fresh on my mind.
Yeah.
Let's
Wow.
just bring some tissues.
But
or a
also
sleeve.
because
oh, that is.
we're in midwinter, it's like flu and cold season.
Yeah.
That's just germs everywhere.
unnecessary.
Yeah. Ugh.
And that if that's your public habits, I can't imagine your behind closed door habit.
Oh yeah.
It goes to the next level, but
Actually, can I go second because
Yeah,
mine
go
does.
ahead, honey.
Mine is another MTA.
Do it.
Ellen and I were doing our interviews throughout the city
Yesterday,
yesterday, and we were going up to do our second interview, and this one gentleman, granted now, I will admit, we were both wearing backpacks, but we had equipment, so we couldn't really take them off. And I'm a big proponent of take your fucking backpack off.
Love that rule.
But again, our backpacks were like, it was like just, they were so big, it was like almost
They
like
were cumbersome.
It was like someone was like just on my back, like another person. So anywho, this person gets on, and regular size backpack, like they're every day, like going to work stuff, just comes in, bumps into this woman. No apology, no nut. Just, I don't think they're even aware of the fact. Then he's grabbing the arm rail. His arm was just like banging this lady in the head, and it's just like I wanted to say something, and she's not saying anything. It was just like this idea of like, am I fucking invisible, dude? Like, you know, like we're living, as George Costanza, we're living in a society here, people.
Yeah.
Like this is just so fucked up, and it's just like the etiquette on the subways. It's just like it's getting worse.
Yeah.
I mean, like people don't
Really
give a fuck about anything.
At all.
And I get like, look, there's people there that are obviously like mentally ill that shouldn't be out in society because like we just let the society is broken down to the point where that shouldn't be happening. I get that. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about everyday, normal, seemingly normal people that just completely have disregard for the rest of their brethren.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, it just drives me crazy with the whole idea of like, hey, let me just jam my arm in front of your face. No, like, hey, excuse me, I'm being pushed to the point where I can't really, you know, get a comfortable spot. I get that, but it's just like, come on, man. And it's just like just looking around like he owns the world. I don't know. It just really fucking rubbed me the wrong way. Not necessarily an MTA issue, but it happened on the train.
I mean, I think it happens
It's the golden rule.
all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
But to go back to the golden rule issue, treat people the way you
It
should
is.
want to be treated.
absolutely.
It's just like, oh. So yeah, I'm just like, you know. But anyway, that was mine.
Yes. Mine is something you just sparked my memory, and I told Dave this story, but not on microphone.
Oh, okay.
And for all the listeners out there, this is happening a month later than it actually happened to me. But the day before New Year's Eve, so not December 31st, but December 30th, me, my partner, and two friends went down to Asbury Park to stay overnight because we were going to do New Year's by ourselves, eating mushrooms and, you know, like just staying away from human beings but having fun. So we were drinking some wine. We went out to sushi that night, and I got into bed and I put my earplugs in, eye mask, mouth guard, and I think I'm going to squeeze out a fart, and it was a shart. I sharted. So my let's get shitty is that I'm a disgusting animal. I jumped up right away because I was like, holy fuck, that was way too wet and not the fart I thought it was going to be. Grabbed clean underwear in the dark, ran to the bathroom. And mind you, I had a little buzz at this moment because we'd been drinking and having fun. Wiped myself with the bidet, cleaned myself off, changed underwears, and just took the old underwear and threw it in the corner to deal with it in the laundry the next day because my laundry baskets were...
Ellen.
I told you my let's get shitty is me being a dirty animal. So this is where it gets funnier, if you weren't laughing already. The next day, because I love claiming my shame. And I actually learned on a podcast recently that when you're embarrassed, to admit you're embarrassed out loud, you actually do something to your brain where the anxiety actually like drops down. I need to figure out like the proper term, but it's actually admitting your embarrassment and stuff is actually really good for your mental health. Otherwise, it builds up inside of you and you get like whatever. So
I'm not admitting that. I'm never admitting that. Sorry.
But you know me, I'd say, I mean,
go on.
Every time I do anything, I admit it. So my boyfriend was in the other room and I thought he was watching his iPad with his headphones on, and I'm with my other two friends and I'm telling them the story that, oh, by the way, I sharted last night. They start laughing hysterically at me and they're like, does Gerald know? Because he was in bed with you and I'm literally 10 inches away from
her boyfriend. By the way, hates all this. He hates the idea of the pot. He
thinks we're disgusting.
Like he's been on the fucking show.
Yes.
So anyway, sorry, go on.
So I'm telling them the story, and I was like, no, he totally doesn't know. Thought he had headphones on. He didn't. And the walls are real thin, so he heard the whole thing. So later that night, he didn't like come running out like, you fucking asshole. Later that night, while we were on mushrooms, He goes, oh, and by the way, asshole, I heard that you sharted. And I was like, wait, you didn't know I did it? And he goes, not until you start telling our friends about it. And he was like, and I saw the dirty underwear in the corner.
Oh my God. That is fucking hilarious. I forgot you told me that story, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you in the underwear. I would have been like...
That's the first time I've sharted in a really, really long time. But yeah,
you had an unexpected visitor.
I did. Right before I ended 2019 with a.
Someone just popped in.
Yeah.
Like you had a
wet.
So I'm trying to figure out if you had something like this.
Yep. Exactly. Except for I almost didn't even I thought it was one of those farts where it was going to be like a noise, and it was just like a. It was like just wetness. Yeah. Ew. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
It wasn't that much. Like even when I took off my underwear,
okay, so maybe
it was like
one. It was more like this then.
That sounds like I'm literally ripping my ass. But like when I took off my underwear, I probably was like a quarter size stain. It wasn't like I fully diarrheaed in my.
Fully release.
It was a shart, not like a
so you
full
have to
on.
change your
was
sheets.
the dog in the bed?
No. Yes, of course my dog was in the bed. She probably enjoyed every second of that. Because dogs.
What's that heavenly smell?
Right.
Yeah, dogs love farts.
That's from my mom.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she's been holding out on me.
Oh no, I never hold out on my dog. I fart in her face all the time. She loves it.
One of my dogs always turns her head and shoots me a look of judgment because she'll be sleeping and I'll fart and it will wake her up and she'll be like, "Oh, what did you do?"
This dog is the same size as Ellen. It's huge.
I have an 85-pound pit bull who sleeps under the covers between my legs
Oh, so cute.
in the ultimate fart
That's
zone.
like I'd be like, this has to change.
It's not going to change
I'd be
until
like,
this
guess
poor
what?
dog dies.
You can be like, no. See what happens. Put those noise canceling headphones in.
Oh, I have all that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
But we're going to flush all those problems away.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah, here's to 2020 and being shark free.
So we're going to get into some news. And admittedly, we haven't done news in so long. I've kind of forgot
All the articles.
I've been saving articles. We get, again, shout out to Rosemary Pittman, who wanted me to claim her as our intern because she keeps sending me all these great articles and I haven't actually read any of them. And again, Rose Martin, our super fan who just always has really cool links to things. But this one is actually from my co-host, sent this to me. Actually, you know what? Let me play this theme song first, then we'll get into it.
Ooh.
So Ellen sent this to me, texted to me a couple days ago, and it's the people at Charmin have developed a poop time robot.
Have you seen this?
I have not. I have not heard of this.
I'm going to show you a photo.
Talking
It's
about
this,
flushing your money.
It's this literal shitty robot looking thing.
Yeah.
That will give
it
you.
wipes you?
Well,
I
no.
wish.
It's more like a butler. It's
Yeah.
more like a servant. It's basically Charmin's Poop Time Robot Pal will bring a new toilet paper roll when you need it most. And this was at the
where you store your old toilet. I mean, your newer paper is not far close enough to you.
And where do you store the robot?
I don't
when you're
know.
not using it.
That's what I was like. It's useless. But this was at the Consumer Electronics convention this year, and they think this is going to be the future of bathroom time.
Wow. Okay.
And
Nope.
it's just it's so dumb, but it's just it's news. We got to talk about it. So it's just literally this generic, janky looking robot, which for some reason the pictures aren't showing up. We'll post it online on our Instagram feed and Twitter. But it's like a generic looking robot that will, when activated, will bring you a roll of toilet paper.
Where does it get? I'm picturing it opening its stomach up because that's where you keep the extra rolls, and then it takes it out or goes up presenting its open stomach.
Yeah, it's just basically they're saying it's not clear how the bare-faced robot.
It's bare-faced.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little creepy.
Because it isn't Cottonelle the bear. Isn't that the logo for?
Yeah.
So anyway, they're probably imagine it's a little bit.
Cottonelle. I think
or
is
something
No,
like
it's
that.
Charmin.
Charmin is the bear.
Oh, Charmin is the bear.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess
It's the whole bear family. It's got the
I
baby
thought
bear.
Cottonelle was the bear. I'm like, how does that possible?
Cottonelle's
But
an AIM?
I stand
that's
corrected.
Angelsoft.
Oh, yeah.
Cottonelle is-
Cottonelles.
Maybe
Well,
they're just
regardless,
Cottonelle.
there's a bare-faced robot which has no arms, hands, or thumbs. They're not sure how the hell they're going to wrangle a fresh roll out to you, but I think it's going to be something it's in the stomach, it's in the belly.
And
Yeah.
how much shit is going to get on this robot?
Well, I mean, how much shit do you have on your hands?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said, because I told her, I wrote in the text, my synopsis of this whole
Prediction?
prediction will be that this thing will be covered in shit by the end of the month. Because you're like, oh god damn it! Like this.
It's one of those things. I guess it's like bringing your phone into the bathroom. My phone's never covered in shit, so I imagine my Charmin Bear robot would be.
No, but actually your phone has so much fecal. It's like your phone
That's
and your
true.
remote control has the most fecal material on
and
it.
keyboard, well, like, not keyboards, but has a lot of dirty shit on it. Too,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean it
it's-
all has. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. But yeah, they're just kind of like, it's called the Rollbot.
So-
I want
kinda
to.
funny.
I
It's
want
kinda
to
cute.
see like how many rolls does it hold at one time? Like the Roomba vacuum, they make now an $1,000 one that like it'll suck up your room and then go to a port and dump it and then suck up more
Yeah.
stuff, so you don't have to empty out the bin as frequently. Like, so how? I'm really curious, like how
it's just more like a.
I really hope
PR
the future
thing.
is you just like tilt the bear's mouth open and you just poop in that, and then it just rolls out to the trash chute and empties itself or something.
Yes.
That would be new gen.
Well, this dumb gadget was accompanied by on stage at the show by Smell Sense, which is a sensor that will let you know before entering a bathroom whether you're likely to gag or keel over from asphyxiation due to the activities of the previous occupant.
Wow.
that's Pooper Guide needs that.
Yeah, but
Smell Sense will give you a no or a good to go based on how much carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide it
Wow.
detects in the air.
I mean, how much is coming out of your body?
That's
though?
what I'm saying. It's like, Jesus. I mean, I guess for like maybe like a public bathroom. But
Yeah.
if you-
And actually, what we've learned about feces is we can use that more as fuel.
Yeah.
So I would want, if any robot, to take the feces
Yeah.
and turn it into methane and put it into our automobiles and use that as a
Yeah.
cleaner gas.
Something.
to get
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So if we have high concentrations of that
Yeah.
floating around,
There's a bus in.
Yeah.
There's a shuttle
And-
bus in England.
Yeah.
That
Runs on
has run
human
off of
shit.
human shit.
And then
It's
Bill
crazy.
Gates is reinventing the toilet where like the byproduct is water and
Okay.
energy.
I believe he has something already like that.
It is, but they're insanely
Complicated.
expensive.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not complicated, but he's trying to get them to like third world countries that don't have sewers. But like one toilet costs like $50,000, which $50,000 to these countries is like
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
entire
Who's doing
village's
that? It's like one
lifetime.
toilet for the whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's done it. He's just trying to make it cheaper and more
Yeah.
accessible. So, but if the byproduct is fuel and we can get away from fossil fuels and
Absolutely.
just use the
Yeah.
fuel out of our butt,
Then we,
Well,
I mean, that'd be brilliant.
circling back to this awful idea of the Rollbot.
The robot.
These two gadgets, along with the smell sense sensor, are part of Charmin's Go Lab, a vision for the future of bathroom visits. And they're also working on, apparently, well, this is this. Oh my God, this is so stupid. This superior porta potty is equipped with an Oculus Rift S VR headset to show you what's going on at the
No.
event. I'm like, I don't need a VR toilet
I
experience.
want to get in and out.
Yeah, I don't need to know any of this stuff like that.
And someone else, if you had it on, I'm not putting it on.
Yes.
My head.
Also, I just love the idea that like Charmin has it's a lab. They have a
Lab.
lab to like figure out what are some cool, fun ways we can
I would
make
work
the
in the
bathroom
Go Lab in a
experience.
minute, though.
Yeah.
That would be a
Oh.
I mean, if this is what they're coming out with, then there's room for improvement.
Yes.
Completely,
Because these all suck.
Because those people that Go Lab are like, can't believe they're fucking paying us for this shit. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah. It's like, what do we got now? This robot that'll bring you. They're like, this is great. This is perfect.
Gold, we'll put it out.
Like,
I want a composting toilet that turns my poo right into the heat and electricity in my apartment.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
That might be more of a house buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that's what
No,
I.
that's a good future, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that we should be developing these
It's
things.
too much for Charmin. Charmin's like, we need wheels, we need bears.
Charmin's just like, we may make it cute, and it's just like no one's ever gonna buy us. This is more of a PR stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a funny piece of news I thought was like really good and we should talk about. So, the shit covered Rollbot will
Yeah.
hopefully come into a bathroom near you.
I'm sure I'll be requesting one soon.
Yeah, right?
Um,
Oh my God, it'd be so great.
But I also look to see if there's toilet paper prior to
Yeah.
going down.
I have this thing called Sense and Sight that works all the time.
You
It,
are
like,
their worst customer.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, there's no toilet paper on this roll.
But I also have one on the roll and 3 ready to go arm's
yeah.
distance in a container.
We have like right above our like this. It's
Yeah.
a ton of them. In
I
there,
keep
so.
mine in my hallway closet. So
Well,
there's-
that's too far. You might need that robot.
Yeah.
sometimes I do.
The
Sometimes
robot's
I'm,
like can't reach.
I'm over here wishing for a regular robot.
The robot
I need to
has
be a bear robot.
Yeah, the robot has no fucking arms or anything. So it's just, he's got to keep the thing fully loaded all the time.
Oh god.
I just imagine like there's gonna be some kind of like beeping sound in the hallway. It's like 2:00 in the morning. And it's like this fucking robot.
The robot's like toilet paper empty,
Yeah.
toilet paper empty, toilet
It's like
paper empty.
recharge. Just like banging up. It's like that and the Roomba are like banging up against each other. You're
They
like
make a baby Roomba.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like that.
some kind of weird cross. Oh my god, it's
Crossbreed, yeah.
ridiculous. Oh my god. Well, with that, Andrew, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you,
me. This was
Andrew.
great.
Yeah.
Of Pooper's Guide. And just to remind everybody, it's Pooper's Guide on Instagram.
Correct. At Pooper's Guide. And then you can go onto my website, poopersguide.com, and you can email me any questions, bathroom recommendations, or shout outs, or just general chit chat at poopersguide at Gmail.
Awesome.
Yes.
And again, it's already on Google, so once you get that
Yeah, it's already
linked
on-
up,
yeah.
you're all set.
You're good
That's
to
amazing.
go. Literally. Just
Ooh.
good to go.
Go find him, people.
Yeah.
He's doing important work here.
Thank you.
Yes, you are.
So until next time, guys, thanks for listening. And
Happy pooping
Yeah.
and toot toot toot.
Poop.
Hey everybody, thank you for listening to Hey Poopy with Dave and Ellen. You can listen to us on platforms like iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, and even YouTube. Subscribe and rate and review and tell all your friends about us.
for more info about Hey Poopy, go to heypoopypodcast.com. You'll find great links on our merch. We have some really cool merch, by the way. Shirts, mugs, cards, bags, all kinds of things. If you have any questions, product reviews you would like us to do, just general emails, we just want to say hello. Email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. And you can also go on Instagram and check us out there at Hey Poopy Podcast. You'll see all the fun toilet pics, anything fart and poop related. So if you have any extra submissions you want to, show us or things that you think are funny, just let us know and we'll post it for you.
Theme song by Jordan Pearlson. Hey Poopy.
Oh, that was gross.
Very wet.
Oh my God. Okay.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?